Easter is, I think, in so many ways, the key to everything in Christianity. Because Christianity's legitimacy, its certainty, everything about it stands or falls on what actually took place that first Easter morning. Easter is good news because it means that Jesus is who he says he is. If Jesus had promised to rise from the dead on the third day, but did not, we would know that Jesus was wrong. We would know that his claims about himself were not true, and neither were his promises. But the fact that Jesus really did rise in the way that he said he would simply means he is whom he says he was. So suppose that Jesus had stayed dead, that he is now no more than a beautiful memory. Would that matter? I mean, we would still have his example, we would still have his teachings. Wouldn't that be enough? For Christianity, the answer is it would absolutely not be enough. If Jesus had not risen and stayed dead, the bottom would completely fall out of Christianity. So, to quote the Bible, if Christ has not been raised, then we're still in our sins. Meaning sin and all the terrible pain and baggage that drags itself along with it would be undealt with. But the resurrection of Jesus Christ means that I really can know that I am justified before the God of heaven. That Jesus has dealt with the pain and punishment of every single one of my sins that will be or have been committed. Therefore, I really am righteous in the eyes of God. That I really am clean and spotless before the God who promises me that because of Jesus, he will never condemn me and he will never criticize me. But there's more. If Jesus did not rise from the dead, then there's no hope of our rising either. We would expect nothing at all past death except staying dead. But the bodily resurrection of Jesus, if you love Jesus, it means you're going to get your body back, but better. You're going to be rejoicing to the nines in the presence of the risen King. Also, if Jesus is not risen, then he's not reigning, and all of life would be either chance or fatalistic or survival of the fittest, and we'd be on our own. Finally, if Christ is not risen, Christianity cannot be what the first Christians thought it was. Fellowship and friendship, being united to the risen Christ and being a true part of the family of the living God. And so I scare easily, and I can't tell you how much that means to me. So what is Easter? Well, it's not some great big magic trick that God did just to show off his power. Easter invades all that is wrong and terrible about the world. And in it, God says, I promise you a better day, the forever day, which will know no end. That day is real. And I'm going to put away forever death, injustice, oppression, disease, no more arrogance, no more jealousy, no more bullying, no more hating, no more goodbyes, no more worry. Every bad thing is going to be destroyed, and it will never return. And every good thing we've wanted and every good thing we've longed for is going to come true, and it's going to be true forever in the new heaven and the new earth. So even if you're skeptical about the resurrection and this whole Easter thing, in light of all that is promised, why would you not look into it for yourself? I promise you, it will be the best thing you've ever done. In the first century church, believers in Jesus would greet each other in a very special way. One would say, he is risen. The other would say, he is risen indeed. And because Jesus has risen, the bottom won't fall out. The promises are true. Easter is real.